G'day guys, how are ya? I'm Misky. Welcome to my YouTube video. And every now and then when I go to the dump, you know this channel's all about dump rating, right? Finding really cool stuff and recycling it, reusing it and giving it a new life, and it's pretty cool. Check it out. I've got this, I'll tell you about it later. I've got this cool home cinema that I'm building, and this thing here that I'm going to show you today is actually going to be part of my home cinema build. I'm building it on YouTube, so check it out. But every now and then I find something at the tip, at the dump, that is just mind-blowing. And I found this thing probably a couple of years ago, and I've had it here all this time. I've been wanting to do something with it for all that time, and I've been wanting to make this particular video for all that time as well. Well, I only started my channel this year, so I've been wanting to make this video for a while anyway. But what do you think this is? Check this out. This is how I found this particular item at the dump. It was all over the dirt. It was just scattered, like it was just thrown. And I looked at it and I couldn't understand it. I didn't know what it was. I had a feeling I knew what it was because I was looking inside that side. I could see inside and I could see these cables that I recognized. It looked very similar to a computer case, but I couldn't work it out. It looked like it had like a winged keel from a sail ship. You know, the Australian 2 sail ship that won the America's Cup in like 84 or something. I'm not sure what year that was, but it just looked completely weird. I couldn't understand it. Let me show you this side. I mean, it had all these inputs and so forth, like USBs and all of this stuff. Like when you're at the dump and you're doing this kind of stuff, you don't want to take your time and kind of look at things. So I thought to myself, it's slim pickings today. There was nothing else. Let's just grab this, take it home and have a look. And man, am I glad that I did, because this computer case is incredible. This computer case came out, I think it's like, I don't know, maybe it would have been 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And it cost in the US, you can't buy them in Australia. If you want one in Australia, you have to buy it from the US, but it cost $600. Can you believe that? $600 for a computer case. And yeah, I did some research and I'm glad I picked up all of these pieces that were around, because it's actually not supposed to look like that. I'll show you exactly how it's supposed to look. This here is, I think, the first, maybe the only. Let me move some of these things out of the way. This could be, I'm pretty sure this is the first square cube computer case. Let me just push it back a little bit. There we go. Can you see that? Check that out. That is how it's supposed to stand. That's how it's supposed to sit. And on this side, you can see these are the drive bays, hot swappable drive bays. You pull those out, put your hard drives in, so forth. You've got your USB, you've got all your connections and all of that kind of stuff there. But $600 is what this costs in the States. $600. So that's why if you were to buy it in Australia, it would cost you over $1,000, because you're looking at conversion. What's that? Maybe 800 Australian, and then you have to pay shipping. And that's the heaviest computer case I think I've ever lifted, by the way. But oh man, it is amazing. Now the coolest part is when this turns on, in fact, these are actually separate chambers in the case itself. Okay, down the bottom here, that's where your power supply is supposed to go, and this one here is where your drives sit, and this particular one is one section. I'll give you some close-ups in a moment, but that's where your motherboard and your fans and your graphics cards go. In fact, let me just move around. I'll give you a quick look. There you go. Now, when I found this case, it didn't have a motherboard. If I had seen the motherboard, I would have known straight away that it was a computer case. As it is, it was just something that I thought was a computer case, and I'm glad I grabbed it because, I mean, it's awesome. Now, when this is actually set up and turned on, these squares that you see here, see these diamond shapes here? They have LEDs. They light up, and they have, I think there's like 16 different regions, and you can program them to have all these different colors and have all these different effects and so forth. And it looks spectacular when it turns on. It really does. I've actually got videos and clips that I've been downloading off the net, and I just can't stop looking at them because it just looks so beautiful. So let's have a look. So I've got these bits and pieces that I also found. Let me just show you here. So basically, let's have a look at this. So this bit here, this is the front. So you can actually see, I only just kind of noticed this. It's got all these spare screws in here, and this is like an Allen key tool. Now, I'm sure there's supposed to be like some kind of screw that's holding that in tight. Don't have it. But you can see here, that's a plug that plugs into there. I'm sure that's probably just to get some power to the LEDs for this particular section here. So that's how that's supposed to go. So it's supposed to look like that basically. And I think that logo lights up as well, which is super cool. I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, this here is the top. Let me show you this. Let's put you, where should we put you? Let's just sit you here. Now this basically goes over the top like that, and it just sits down like that. Okay, let's show you this. There's so many lights and obstacles for me to get over. In fact, let's go around the back. Let's move around the back and I'll show you the back. There you go. Check that out. So your power supply goes in there. There are your graphics cards and your main board. So, guess what I'm going to use this for? Let me move back around so you can see me. Well, I've decided that I am going to, by the way, where did this go? Oh, this here, this part here, this goes over the back there where the power supply is. So, and that's I think that's like the adapter for the power cord. This part, I don't know what it is, but I'll work it out when I actually build my computer. Now, what am I going to do with it? Normally, this would be kick-ass. You know, most people who would buy something like this are gamers. They spend a lot of money on their stuff, and it's a really loved case. A lot of people want this case. Now, what am I going to do with it? Getting back to that question. Well, I am going to turn it into a HTPC case. HTPC, for people who don't know, means Home Theatre Personal Computer. Remember what I said earlier? I'm building a home cinema. If we turn our cameras and we look through there, I'm building this on YouTube. If you're interested, check it out. But there you go. All right, let's move back around here. So that's the plan. I want to build this, but you look at this and you think, well, and I'm going to display it in my home theatre as well. It's going to be like a feature piece, although you will only see the front of it. But that's okay. I'm going to build this into a cabinet, so you won't see the back part. So basically you won't be able to tell that it's a square. But I'm going to have removable sides on my walls so I can pull it off and show people, and it's going to be interesting. In fact, if you have a look at that top cover that I just put on, this side here, well, that there comes in that hard cover, or you can get it in glass. Now, I wish I had the glass. I really want a see-through one, but this one didn't come with the glass, and I don't think you can buy it either. Well, not anymore. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually making my own glass see-through case. So when I take the side of the wall off my cinema, I can see through it and see straight into the computer, because they look really cool when they're done up with water coolers and so forth. Not that I'll be putting water coolers in. I mean, this is a HTPC. It doesn't have to be a spec'd out gaming computer to kind of play 4K, you know, what you need for playing content for your home theatre. But I think I'm going to make my own glass side for it. I may even do a bit of 3D printing. But what I've discovered, and I'm not actually set up, that was what I forgot to do. I meant to have all this glass to show you. What I've found out is that the glass, if we have a look over here, on one of these iMac computers, there you go, is the exact same size that I need to fit on this case, right? And the coolest part is it's got this really cool black bezel on it. It's already it looks really sweet. So I'm going to have to work out how to do it, but that's in another video for another time. But for the time being, it's not urgent to do that. But so this is going in my home cinema. But anyway, for people who may have been following my build so far, you might have seen similar things in my home cinema. Can you see these diamond shapes there? Well, it just so happens that when I decided to use this case in my home cinema build, it became a bit of a inspiration for me. And if you remember, on my side wall, I'm doing these acoustic diffusers to diffuse the light. Let me show you what the design that I've come up with, because this, in fact, let me just throw up a photo of how I want this to be displayed in my home cinema. I've got this 3D imaging software that I made, this really cool virtual type of thing that you can walk through and check it out. But let me just show you these photos. But yeah, you can see there that the front of the computer is going to be in like in the wall, and underneath that there's going to be a receiver and a Blu-ray player and whatever else that I need to put in my rack, right? So this is going to be on top of all of that, and it looks really cool. So you'll be looking, and by the way, those LED lights that I mentioned before, that looked so cool on these cases. Well, the cool part is I can actually turn them on and off whenever I want. So when I'm watching a movie, I can turn it off and won't have any light distraction from the LEDs. But anyway, let's quickly just jump into my home cinema, like I just showed you. It's right here, and I'll show you. Check this out. All right, so this is my home cinema building. I've just built this riser that's on a curb. Now have a look at this wall. Check that wall out. So this is only on the design phase at the moment, but does that look familiar to you? Does that look familiar? Yes. So I've just made a video a little while ago where I scrapped all of these LED TVs for parts to help make these diffusers, because remember what I said in that video, I want to put lights around the edge of these, each one of these diamonds or squares, whatever you want to call them. So there's one there, and then there's one over there. So these are going to be full of like rock wool or whatever, you know, this stuff here, the insulation that you put in the walls, and that's basically to kind of diffuse some of the audio. Now you can see this one over here. You can basically, I'm going to have some in-wall speakers. I found 4 of these almost, oh, they look brand new to me, Yamaha speakers at the dump, and they've been great little side speakers while I watch my movies building this thing. But I won't be using these as my side speakers. I'll have some in-wall speakers, and you can see the in-wall speakers will be inside. In this particular one at least, we'll have them inside. That particular one won't have any insulation in it. It will have a speaker, which you won't be able to see because it will be basically inside, you know, the square, the diamond. And yeah, and in the center I've decided to put this kind of light that shoots directional beams of light in there. But yeah, I had some really cool photos that I mocked up, so I might throw them on the screen if I haven't done so already. So that's the plan. So this wall here is going to basically, first of all, the wall is going to be a complete fabric wall. You know, the really expensive ones. I think I got a quote for about $3,000 or something just to do like one of those fabric walls and the track systems and all of that, just for that piece there. And I'm thinking, get stuffed. So I'm doing it myself, and seriously, it'll probably cost me a couple of $100, but we'll be doing that shortly. But yeah, so there you go. That's basically kind of inspiration. If we can see it up there, there you go. It's on the table up there for that HTPC case. Now that is going to be sitting, if we move around, in there, which is totally messed up at the moment. But shortly I'll be getting in there and doing all my framing, putting my my fridges in there, and my rack for my home cinema and the HTPC will be just there. So if we walk back, that's basically like the photo that I showed you before, just a lot messier. So there you go, that's it. Anyway, this video isn't really about building the HTPC. I just wanted to show you this case because I'll be building the HTPC in another video. But how cool is it though? How cool is it? Anyway, okay, I keep saying anyway. That's it. That's my case. I love it. I mean, I can stick in four hot swappable hard drives. Put that there. It locks. Fabric tabs. You can pull those out. They're just cool. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to show you for your old schoolers, and I'll probably even use this. Down below, I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, let me get a light. Can you see down there? It says eject. There's a Blu-ray ROM down there. How cool. In fact, I don't think we can eject it without anything. No, it has to have power. But there you go. Finally, I've made this video. I've wanted to show this off for quite a while. And there you go. So I think I'm going to end the video now. But that's my plan. This is going to be my brains. This is going to be the brains of my home cinema. It's where all of my movies are going to be stored. I might have some, storage outside, but I doubt it because I tend to have really big hard drives. I'm about to buy, I think, an 18 terabyte hard drive, and I've already got like 30 terabytes of, hard drives that I can stick in here as well. But there you go, guys. That's the OMEN X by HP, I think. And it is cool as F. I love it. I really do. I can't wait to build my computer, my HTPC. But anyway, that's it. That's the video. I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please, if you're into home cinema, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, please hit that like button. Come and see me build this thing. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.